Welcome back. Well, the Nifty went to around 17,050 odd and we have bounced a little bit from there. Remember, that's the crucial mark that we're talking about. But what is heartening today is the breadth of the market is better. So you have the mid-cap index that's down, that's more or less flattish actually, while the Nifty is down 0.5% odd. Portfolios will be feeling far better today. Well, time for an exclusive conversation. Then Eicher Motors, well, they had reported very strong sales in the month of February, and it was the third consecutive month when the company's CV sales are clocking that 7,000 units mark. Mr. Vinod Aggarwal, the MD and CEO of Volvo Eicher Commercial Vehicles at Eicher Motors, joins us on the show. Hi, sir. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, Tata Motors, they have gone ahead and they've announced a price hike of closer to around 5% on their CV portfolio. For you, you have been talking about bringing down the discounts. So give us an updated number. What were the discounts you were giving, say, 6 to around a year ago, 6 months to around a year ago? And currently, what have they come down to?
Fundamentally, there are no fixed rates of discounts. They are as per the market conditions. And these discounts are decided by the market leaders. So therefore, I will not be able to give you exact figure that how much was the discount and how much is the discount now. But at the same time, there has been, I think, good awareness all across. Everyone wants to reduce the discounts because current discount levels are not sustainable. Therefore, there has been movements towards reduction in discounts.
Okay, so directionally then discounts are coming down, which is good news for you. Absolutely. What about you have been clocking closer around 7,000 units per month? I think I'll just ask my team to pull that number up. Do you believe that this is sustainable? Do you see an improvement from year on a monthly basis?
Yes, I think the industry is going as per our expectations. And if you look at the figures for previous months, previous years, we are still down from the earlier peak of 18-19. So industry is still away. Even after taking this growth, the industry is still down as compared to the earlier figures of 18-19. At the same time, since we have improved our market shares, we are better than our earlier peak of 18-19. So whereas industry is down by around 18% as compared to earlier peak of 18-19, we are up by around 5 to 7%. So relatively, we are doing better, but industry still, there is more growth potential to come in the next year because still we have to reach the earlier peak first. And I am very optimistic that industry is going to hit a new peak in next 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
So that's
although
period of industry.
Okay, all right. And that's important, right? I mean, the industry is to grow for companies to do well. Mr. Aggarwal, good morning. And you're optimistic of that. So this 7,000 sort of run rate, will this go to 7,500, 8,000? Or will it be a very gradual process? I mean, just give us some sense.
March is going to be a better month, I would say, still, because March is, even if you look at the last March 2022 figures, 22 also was very strong. And this year, it is likely to be even stronger. Even though the growth from March to March will not be much, because last year March itself was very high, and because of that base impact, the growth with respect to last year March will not be that much, but with respect to February, the growth will be very good. So therefore, we are expecting even better in the month of March than our earlier months.
Mr. Aggarwal, good morning. Just to go back on the price hike issue, I mean, I guess for Tata Motors, it was largely because of the new norms, the BS6, I think phase 2 norms that come into play from the 1st of April. Would you have to look at price hikes in any part of your portfolio? I don't know if the norms impact you as well. And if yes, to what extent?
Definitely, the norms impact the entire industry. And for us also, there is a cost increase. But as I mentioned earlier in your show, that the cost increase this time is not like earlier BS4 to BS6. The cost increases are less. Therefore, we are also expecting the price hike of around 2 to 5%. And then, of course, there is also some inflation impact because April, every year the price increase happens. It's not that in April, so it's a normal price increase plus the impact of BS2 step 2.
So 2 to 5%. You're saying 2 to 5% because of these. Because of these factors, so pretty much in sync with what Tata Motors did. So, to go back to the questions my colleagues were asking, Given the high cost of ownership, interest rates are high, the environment is a little more cautious, and there's a price hike of 5% coming in, do you see this impacting demand to some extent?
I don't think so, because the economy is doing well. The truck industry is linked to the economy. If the GDP growth is there, like this year we are expecting GDP growth of around 7%. And next year also we are expecting GDP growth. And there are infrastructure investments happening. If there is a real growth happening and the infrastructure investments happening, then you need more and more trucks to do the jobs. You have to move more goods. You have to do more construction activities. So then you need more trucks. And of course, there are lot more pent-up replacements required, because replacements were very less during the COVID period. So therefore, the industry still has to grow more, and it is still away from the earlier peak. Therefore, I don't think demand will be less. It is going to grow next year as well.
Good to know that demand is strong, sir. I just wanted to clarify one point. You said that March will be better than what we have seen in the previous couple of months. Though on a year-on-year basis, it could be a little lower. I think last March you did around 8,800 units. So how much lower will it be in comparison to that? 5% lower, 10% lower?
Still, the March is going on. I can't say how much it will be.
Or will it be 8? Or will it be? Or will it be 8,000? So not better, but much better than February.
We are trying to do more. As far as we are concerned, we are trying our best to do more than last year March.
So it will be better on a month-on-month basis, but it could be a little bit lower on a year-on-year basis, right?
I can't say how much it will be exactly, because you will know only at the end of March.
Okay. All right, Mr. Aggarwal. Thanks so much, sir, for stopping by and filling us in with those views on the space. But let's move on then.